It is day 3 of Insomnia, and we are live with the British Army Esport for then the 3rd day of our 1v1 bracket tournament. And we have a real stage crowd cam. Say hello, wave to the crowd if you can, and we'll give you a look at the large list of participants we've got lined up today. We have a total of 14 racers. 07 Luigi, our race director, present as well. How are you doing today, buddy?
Doing good, doing good. We've been setting up everything, and today we have more than, let's say, 10 people today. So it's gonna be super fun, and some surprises also coming up.
Yeah, dude, we've got a whole list of folks that signed up today. Some people from the British Army, a bunch from the crowd signing up and doing qualifying and practice runs. And we have Semper, one of our community members as well, making his way to Insomnia as of yesterday, getting in a lot of practice and quickly signing up. I have high hopes for Semper Prime, having seen him practice earlier today. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, me too. I'm really looking forward to bracket number 2, which is, I want to say, our highlight of the day, which we have an actual real-life couple going against each other at the Snake Pit with XGR.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, that's Jim Bob versus Victorious 420. That's going to be a really exciting match. We're going to hope to give you a glimpse at Smack Talk between our racers. They'll be able to talk to each other during the races, and we'll try to broadcast that for you as well. Let's take a quick look at where we're racing then. Of course, we've been able to race at Arena Commander 320 at the Snake Pit with the holograms. Even yesterday, it was really exciting, wasn't it? Watching everybody go around in the new Arena Commander.
Yes, definitely. And we actually, from last night, had a post from Lagos Nira, which kind of posts his world record time.
No way. Did he beat Fresh?
Yeah, but the looks of it, still need to be validated. But what SCR is showing me right now is he beat Fresh by a few seconds.
Oh, that is absolutely amazing. Yeah, so we'll take a very quick look then at what potentially is the old track record. This is a run by Fresh, what was considered the world record run. This is on the old Snake Pit, of course. There are no holograms, but just watch how fast he slaps that razor around the track. He's doing really good with those 90-degree rolls. Splen really explained it well yesterday. It really doesn't get much faster than this. It's extremely clinical.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you feel joining us in commentation today then? We were supposed to have Steve. Steve, I think, slept through his alarm. Of course, this is European time, Steve from the Americas. But this is a great opportunity for you to jump in for a change.
Yes, definitely. Juggling a lot. And I think this is the first tournament where people would hear me a lot of at the time. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going in the background just to make sure this is going as well as possible.
Oh yeah, everybody's used to your voice. It'll be fun to have you on some more. Let's take a look at our contestants then. We've got Foggy in Simpit 1 versus LL in Simpit 2. That's our first match of the day. Give us a wave if you can hear us. Say hello. You are on mic as well. You're more than welcome to say hello. And I think we're about ready to get racing. Race director, Luigi, what's our status?
Yes, we should be starting in 60 seconds.
Excellent. Luigi, of course, then on the buttons like usual. We've got the countdown buttons going that will be live on stream. And yeah, this is going to be a really fun day. XGR is giving away a 100i somewhere near the final race of today. And that's a prize going to one of our lucky audience members. So be sure to cheer on your favorite racer as they progress through the brackets. Very important to be active in chat. And yeah, you stand a chance at winning a 100i. Our racers as well can win prizes.
Yes.
We've got
yes. The winner's gonna get a Mustang, and the second place will get Aurora.
That's awesome.
All provided with game package and LTI.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's really nice to see. We've got a crowd forming then today. Insomnia is proving a real success, and it's cool to see. It's cool to see. We've got a nice audience set up.
It seems like they have some good concessions with food. We have this guy here actually chowing down and waiting for us to start the race. Very nice. Okay, racers, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Alrighty. We'll be starting right at the beep in 10 seconds.
Good luck, II.
Hey, good luck.
Oh, this is going to be super awesome. I have no idea. We've got a couple of folks coming back from previous days, but a lot of new faces. So we don't really know where the competitive level is. We'll have to see. At least for me personally, I'm curious if someone is going to be able to stand up to Semper today. There's the countdown. And the racers are off then for the first round on day 3 of Insomnia. Oh, we have an instant crash from LL.
Oh, what happened here? Oh, they're restarting. Yep.
Yeah, we've got
And he's
Foggy
upside
then.
down.
Foggy very smoothly making his way through the snake pit, Drifter's Paradise.
Yes, I would like to mention today is Foggy's third day and third try with this tournament, so he has some practice.
Yeah, it's nice to see. He was practicing a little bit earlier today. When we we had high hopes. He shook his head. Where's all that smack talk, guys?
Yeah, they're very focused. Look, he's actually laughing. LL, I think, is having some little bit of trouble, a lot of rolling right now.
Yeah, he
I
just
think
looks
it's
a
like
little
we
bit.
said yesterday.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's always better to reset and crash and to get your better orientation if you have some damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Crashing and resetting can be really useful when you've got that aerodynamic instability. Foggy is doing a really good job keeping the Razor flat with the planet's plane and just focusing on clean lines and running through the track really smoothly without overspeeding. Doing really good with 45-degree rolls as well.
Yes, and the one thing I mentioned, which is different from today from Foggy, is he's actually using boost a lot to slow down and reorientate himself.
That is something we haven't really seen a lot. That's a good point. Of course,
Yes.
boost it supercharges your thrusters. It also means that you, as the pilots lean on coupled mode will be able to stop your drifting a little bit better. As Foggy then in lap 2, yeah, he slides over the ground there through Drifter's Paradise, but seems to recover very nicely.
Yes, and LL is still making his way, and he crashed.
You can see LL is really flying it like an airplane, rolling and using those positive Gs to try and get back down to the planet. Where, of course, this is sick stuff. You can use verts, you can pitch down, apply a bit of negative Gs, and just get back on track with the planet.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like Foggy's also having some issues of his own, and he's in a red lock.
Oh no. What's happening? There he is. Foggy is back then. He had to wait to get out of the G-Lock, yeah. He's through Nino's Alley then and entering Emerald Avenue. Final lap for him. Let's have a look again where LL is hiding right now.
I'm hiding nowhere.
It's okay. Keep going. You got this. You got this.
Where's the cheers from the crowd? We've got a crowd looking over at the monitor. Yeah.
And Foggy's making his way around the track. It's almost there.
Yeah, phase of concentration for Foggy. Still a clean lead for him. Does crash out. Has to reset.
That damage is atrocious.
Final turn for Foggy then. Oh, he drifts out and flies past the checkpoint.
He's reorienting himself.
Here we go. This is certainly a win now for Foggy. There he goes across the line to win the first match of the day. That has to feel good.
Skywalker said, spinning a culture.
That was atrocious.
No, you're getting more practice every round, so keep your spirits high, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, it's GG Foggy.
Yeah, GG, man.
So Foggy-san then finishing in first place with a time of 3 minutes and 32 seconds for our first round.
Yes, definitely. And next we have our couple of the day, Jim Bob versus Victorious 420. I have a little insights that they've been together for 3 years. They are gamers. They usually play It Takes Two. Jim Bob says he's better than Victorious, but I guess it's an argument that will never be won today.
I heard before during the race practice, Victorious say to Jim Bob, "You better take it easy on me." So we'll have to see if he does.
Yes,
I mean, you know, there is sparing your girlfriend and there is winning the championship. So we'll have to see
Yes,
what
definitely.
is more important to him today.
Yes, hopefully he will say that both is going home together today.
You're saying you hope or you're expecting?
Well, I'm hoping and expecting. So maybe I think Jim Bob may let Victorious win, so that could happen.
I mean, we can ask them straight up. So Jim Bob, yeah, where's your priority? Is it the girlfriend or is it winning the tournament?
Winning. Easily winning.
Excellent. That's the spirit. Victorious, if he wins, are you still going home together today?
Not sure. Surely there's a bus to get back, or it's a quiet journey home.
All right, this
Ooh,
is going to be
that
an
is
exciting
rough.
race. Yeah.
Yes, okay. So we'll say racers will be starting in 60 seconds. And on the stage gently, do not move forward or backwards. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to giving away that 100i today. It's got the Foundation Festival paint on it as well. Game package, LTI, the whole shebang. It's one of my favorite
Nice.
chips. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, definitely. I know Turrican really love that ship for mission flight testing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Turrican doing
Yeah.
loads of formation flying with that one. It's a lot of fun. It flies very stable. It's got one of the best
Yeah.
boost sounds in the game as well.
Definitely. Racers, just please stand by. We're just updating our names on top of the screen. Just stand by. Thank you.
You didn't see anything.
Here we go. I guess we are ready. Okay, racers. 10 seconds. And right at the beep, that's where we're going to start. Thank you.
Let's see who gets off the line first and fast. Make sure to point your crosshair straight at the checkpoint and get that first run straight through without having to make any course adjustments. That's the best thing you can do. We see Jim Bob gently lining himself up. Here we go racing then. Let's see who gets off the line cleanest. Both racers actually very fast off the line. Victoria's trying to get down to the ground and hitting the ground in the process. And Jim
Yes,
Bob slowly cruising through the Drifter's Paradise.
Yeah, he's taking it slow and steady so far.
Oh, what happened to all the
Victorious
practice?
is gonna
Yeah.
reset.
So interesting, we saw during practice, Victoria is really focusing on using that yaw a lot. And the yaw's on the pedals for these simpets, of course. And so it surprises me to see them rolling so much. Oh, as we see Jim Bob
Ooh,
hitting the
and catching Jim
crane.
Bob, yeah. And look at that concentration right there. And do we have the crowd cheering? I want to see, do they cheering for Jim Bob or Victorious?
Yeah, what is the crowd cheering for? Come on, you guys.
They're paying attention. And you can see Victorious very gently with the 6. And don't let go, she let go. Ooh.
Yeah, don't let go of the sticks. If the ship's going out of control, just fly it into the ground and reset. If you've got any damage to that ship, it can help to just reset with a new clean ship and get going. Any encouraging words for each other? You can talk.
No.
I wouldn't want to give encouragement.
Oof.
Okay,
The
we'd like
competitive
to
spirit
mention
is high.
that we are streaming live and hopefully this is being recorded.
So Jim Bob really taking it nice and smooth through Emerald Avenue now, avoiding drifting out and really using the Razor as it was intended, getting that ass turning outwards through the turn.
Yes, and we just got another reset from Victorious. We always tell, based on what Splend was saying, that to follow that little blue arrow just as Jim Bob is doing right now across the racetrack.
Oh yeah, look at Victorious though, really getting it together now, focusing again on that pedal work.
Drifting sideways in.
It's hard though. One more turn for Jim Bob. If you're not used to sixth off, of course, it's hard. Oh, Jim Bob then actually drifting out too far and crashing, getting reset before he was able to make it. And getting set back on the track quite a ways and has to make his way then through some of these checkpoints again. This does give an advantage to Victorious.
Yes, definitely.
So we've got Jim Bob, of course, on round one. Luigi, if we can...
Yes, still. Yep.
No, this is...
We'll bump into road.
Yeah, that's right.
And there you go. He's about to cross the start-finish line to his second lap.
There we go.
And Victorious is still going to the track. Yep.
Yeah, very good. Nice and steady wins the race. If Jim Bob lets you.
I doubt it.
He is not saying a word. He is concentrating.
I know.
Jim Bob definitely not slowing down though.
He's too competitive.
Well, there is a prize on the line. Who
Yep,
could blame
that's
him?
true. But the good thing is, with a couple like today, the prize, they're going to share it with each other. So
There's
that's
a
good.
finish then for Jim Bob. He made it around the track for a second time and beating his girlfriend today, Victorious 420. Give it up for both racers, doing a really, really good job at
Good job,
the
everyone.
race today. Congratulations to Jim Bob. Give us a wave as well, please, if you can, and good luck with Insomnia.
Wave to the camera.
That was great. I have to admit, it wasn't unexpected. Of course, we expected Jim Bob. Watching him practice, he did a good job. And he will be going up against either Captain Astro or GF8 Place in his second round.
Yes, definitely. So at least one party is still in the run to grab the main prize for today.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll see. We're just updating our tools, and we're going to have Captain Astro and GFA Plays pretty soon.
Looks like we've got some final moments of setup.
Yep.
Captain Astro, GFA Place, welcome to the races.
Hello.
2 laps today around the
Yes,
snake pit. We've had
Yes, and I
GFA here
heard they are
yesterday,
both
didn't we?
Streamers. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 streamers going head to head today. This is going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, definitely 2 streamers, and I would like to also announce to our audience that we have very own commentator again, back again to save the day today, Mr. Splint. Hello, Splint.
Splat, what's
Hello. Good morning again.
up? Good morning again. That's great. Glad to have you back. We've had our first 2 races of the day. It's been very spectacular. We've got Semper on site as well, who will definitely be putting on a good performance, I think. And I'm curious to see if anybody will be able to take it up against him.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, let's go ahead and get the name tags. Sorry, change to the top of the screen, and let's see what's going on.
No, they're accurate.
They're accurate. Okay, good. 'Cause you said Semper, so I was curious.
They look fine to me.
Yeah, no, Semper isn't racing now, but he
he's
is
not
racing in the tournament.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. Yep. Sorry, I'm just getting in, folks. So you got to give me a minute to catch up.
Sorry.
Yes,
Oh,
Splint.
yeah.
No worries.
Just-
I will go back into the setups, and then racers, we will be starting in 60 seconds.
And shout out to Luigi for doing really good with the the commentating for the first time. Give it up for Luigi. Woohoo!
As if Luigi needed one more job.
Yes, tell me about it. Thank you.
So very true. And we've got our own crowd camera today. I think the crowd's still waking up. They're chilling out, enjoying the show, hopefully. There we go. Applause. That's it.
Yes, very nice. Very
We
nice.
like to see it.
Hope everyone's
All right.
enjoying Star Citizen Racing.
All right, racers, 10 seconds right after the beep.
Ooh, Astro starting really close to the outside of the gate there, gently making his way to the left a little bit and scooching across the line. Smooth
Yeah,
start
that
from
position
both.
you choose on the starting line does have an impact on how you take that first dangerous turn going into Drifter's Paradise. Taking the inside line like he does gives him a wider turn and is a bit safer, while taking the outside line, which you'll see in a lot of time trials, does cut off the time but is far more dangerous.
I think someone's been watching these world record runs. We've got some really, really good rolling control from Astro. It looks very controlled.
Yep, and as we've seen
Oh,
last few days, there goes. Slow and steady does win the race.
So GFA just ahead now going through Nino's alley. A little high. I think he's gonna crash out here. Yeah, he does hit the ground. He's gonna. Oh, there's a reset for him.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, we're still dealing with the same checkpoint bugs that we had yesterday, but there is some sort of silver lining there, because continuing the race missing some of your parts, as we've seen before, can be pretty detrimental to the racing experience.
Yeah, and to reiterate to the
Play
racers,
low.
you definitely want to ignore the checkpoint markers. Of course, just blast it through the checkpoints, regardless of what the indicator is showing you. Just keep it on track and keep going.
Yeah, Luigi's watching carefully here today.
So Astro through the pinch. No, what is it? Low. God, I
That is
forgot the
close
name.
contact there.
Close contact. There you go. You don't ever miss a turn name, do you?
what is going on?
I've been on this track a lot.
What is happening?
And GFA going into turn and burn with the about a 30-degree turn there. Again, being able to yaw in this low atmosphere is pretty helpful, especially for new racers who aren't looking necessarily to go world record pace, but keep on track and not hit anything.
Yeah, definitely not world record face for me.
You can see a gentle yawing turn going into the second lap for GFA, but it's paying off in dividends, as it looks like he now has the lead.
Oh, come on. I need to die.
Captain
That could be a
Astro
race.
struggling to keep his footing over there, but as we know, this track can be quite dangerous.
Yeah, we see a lot of out of control motion now, but Astro is just bringing it back on rails now. As he's making his way through, it's about getting the ship to stop. Otherwise, you're just going to be drifting too fast from one turn to the next without being able to sort of get back in the rhythm. But he's got it back together now through close contact, I remembered.
Yep. And a pro tip, this is for everybody actually, if you hold the boost without moving in coupled mode, your ship will actually sort of brake to a stop. So it is helpful if you're drifting out of control, headed toward a wall. You could utilize the coupled
come
mode
on.
thruster control to sort of stop your ship a little early.
Yeah, we were just talking about this earlier. It's really nice to see where we had some boost usage in round one today. Really to the same effect, to kind of try and arrest the ship and avoid it from drifting out.
Yeah, it is a strategy that does work when employed properly. I use it. I used to use it often myself when I
And
was a
there we
coupled
go.
racer.
Final turn for Captain Astro. He's across the line and he wins the round 3 of the day.
All right, congratulations.
Well
Very,
played, Ash.
very nice performance. That was solid.
Quite loud.
There was a phase of concentration going on, and I think he paid off. Kept his head in the game.
And GFA coming in just behind him.
Well played, Ash. And you, buddy.
Congratulations, racers.
That's
that
great.
trophy.
So here's a quick look at our tournament standings. Then Captain Astro moving up to take it up against Jim Bob. And for our fourth round of the day, we're going to see a Ralphie Van Snup versus a Doubled. That's going to be an interesting match as well. 2 new names. But first, we'll hit some commercials.
Oh my god.
Contestants lining up then, Ralphie and Doubled going head to head. Luigi, you were giving us some insight as to Ralphie's background.
Yes. He's been out for 3 months as his training and trying to get to the Royal Sigil.
Awesome. And yeah, 2 new faces then today. Splen, any early predictions?
Yo, shout out to Ralphie getting his Royal Sigil and his pilot wings at the same time here with Star Citizen.
Yes, definitely. And Double D is a streamer also, but right now he's actually struggling with a bit of cramp on his legs, so we'll see how the flying goes.
Yeah, especially with the yaw setup on the pedals, of course. We were actually talking in Discord yesterday after the stream about the hand positions of the sticks, because ergonomics are very personal, and the sim pits here are set up with quite high and wide mounted sticks, so it means that you're almost riding it like a chopper. Personally, I have my sticks narrower and further down, so it's more like you'd see it in the typical Reliant spaceship or Aurora, for example. How do you race, Splen? Where do you have your sticks set up?
Very similar to you. Yeah, I do like them close to my body. It's a more natural position for the shoulders to hang down, sort of a natural elbow bend, and as low as possible, lower to your legs. It does allow for better ergonomics, like you said, but I mean, everyone's preference is different and everyone has their reasons. I think for this setup, this is probably fine. These guys aren't going for super long-term engagements here, so it looks good. I'm sure it feels all right for these guys, and hopefully they build some quick muscle memory and are able to keep it together on the track.
We'll hand it over then to you, Luigi. I think we've got our races ready to go if you are.
Yeah, racers, please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, we are starting in 10 seconds right at the beep.
Good luck, racers.
Yeah, for this one, it's going to be very much just gauging who can ease themselves. You can really see Ralphie there in the ready position, ready to go. Hands on sticks and take off. Here we go. Good acceleration.
Slow and steady
from
wins
Doubled.
the race, guys. Yep.
Oh, instant explosion. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's all right. Yeah, just take it easy. Get the hang of your controls here. That's what's important right now. Learn what the ship wants to do.
Doubled almost drifting wide there. You can really see that the newer the pilot, the less hours under the belt. There's a lot of leaning uncoupled and yeah, drifting out wide, where manual input of the 6-DOF thrusters obviously can arrest you that much more. We'll have to see how this develops.
That's true, but Doubled seems to be getting it under control, learning where the checkpoint markers are on the HUD. By the way, the HUD can be a little bit overwhelming, but you know, it's important right now to sort of pay attention to the visual cues as much as you can, just getting familiar with Star Citizen.
Yeah, absolutely. It's looks like Ralphie is definitely drifting all out of control. Just focus on that left stick, push it only forward, and fly it like an airplane.
Yeah, it is tough at first, but once you get the hang of it, it does feel a little more natural. It's like riding a bike for the first time, a really crazy bike that goes in all directions at once.
Exactly. And then there's, of course, the added complication of all the 6-DOF and not being familiar with it and knowing how the axes are bound.
That's right, yep. Everyone, you know, we have so many different ways we bind our controls. In Star Citizen Racing, we have people who do mouse keyboard. We have, of course, you know, different control setups. But even if you know, have a few racers doing dual stick, you'll find that they configure the axes on their stick very differently between racers.
Absolutely. I think if Doubled can keep his head in the game at this point, he's got this in the bag, even though he just got half the track. I think in this case, we've got a Doubled not too familiar with where to go and
that's
and
all right.
skipping.
I mean, yeah.
It's
you know, it's brand new.
It's a good thing that Ralphie is lagging so far behind. You know, we don't have to question it too much.
Doubled finding the checkpoint marker and keeping it going. Ralphie also finding that checkpoint marker. That's that circle with the 0. That's where you want to go. Try to follow the arrows on the track that are sort of like flashing and moving in a certain direction. It is very tough, guys. Very, very tough.
Oh, we see Doubled and tapping the ground as well, but keeping it together. It's actually one of my favorite things about the Snake Pit. Often enough, it's a glancing blow to the ground here, and you get these really spectacular grinding, sliding motions with the Razor. It's almost a perfect ship for it.
That's right, yeah. The Razor is particularly durable among racing ships because it does have a lot of detachable parts that aren't essential necessary for the ship's movement.
I think with the time coming up on 3 minutes, I think we've got, yeah, Doubled and actually making the second lap. Actually, that's really nice. I was going to say the average has been between 1 minute 50 and 3 minutes across the 2 days we've been racing so far.
I do remember yesterday Enigma pulling out a 1 minute and 5 second lap on the Snake Pit, which is actually quite impressive, especially in the Razor.
Yeah, we were talking world record yesterday. You missed it. The world record from Fresh was beaten by Lagos. I don't know the time. For Fresh, we were looking at about 46 seconds per lap, and Lagos beat
Nice.
that.
Yeah, pretty good time for the Razor, especially the base Razor. I know for a fact that, you know, very competitive world record times can get down into the low 30s.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, when you and Shaq New and the others are going head to head, and we sort of watch the submissions being beaten by, you know, milliseconds at a time. It's such a pleasure to watch and analyze the differences, put them side by side.
And once you really get into it, the slightest motions, you know, make a huge difference when it comes to your speed. Getting that
absolutely.
control, keeping your TVI in the center, you know, learning how to maximize boost control and your straights. I mean, there's a lot of complexity in the skill cap of Star Citizen Racing.
And we all got to start somewhere. I never raced with sticks before I played Star Citizen. It was pretty new to me. I played War Thunder, and even there I used keyboard mouse using a virtual joystick essentially.
Right?
But yeah, finally getting my Virpils, then it's been like, you know, once you go Virpil, you never go back.
Doubled rounding close contact coming in for the final stretch of lap number 2. It looks like as long as he keeps this under control, he has this in the bag.
I think we've got a winner there,
And
actually, with Double.
We have a winner declared by Luigi, so it looks like that'll be it for this round. Congratulations, racers.
That's a win for Doubled then, and Doubled will be going on to the next race. We'll see how he does. Congratulations to both, and kudos as well to Ralphie for his very first performance on Star Citizen and doing a really good job at it.
Yeah, very good, Ralphie. You know, it is, again, big skill cap here. There's a lot to learn, a lot going on at the same time, so we've all been there. You guys are doing all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a look at the tournament settings then. Standings. Looks like...
yes, we do have a little change in the settings. Is Captain Astro had to leave and get replaced by Combat Carrick. And Combat Carrick is unfortunately has a prosthetic. So we're trying to figure out what kind of setup that is best for them to fly for Captain Astro.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. And a great thing about the Virpil sticks is you can do, you know, they do have a thumbstick on each of the joysticks too. So as a quick fix here, it might be okay to put the yaw on just one of those thumbsticks, just temporarily, or even have it as an alternate binding, which I think you can do in Star Citizen.
Yeah. Yeah, I love to see it. Well, of course, One Dark Enigma defaulted to round 2, so he hasn't raced yet today. Yesterday and the day before, he did race, and while he is a fast dude, he crashes a lot. So I think when he goes up against Doubled, it's going to be all about just keeping his head in the game, and he can slow it down, you know, based on what we just saw from Doubled. He has room to spare. I think it's going to be important for him to just take a chill and, yeah, pull that Razor across the line in time.
He already has a first and a second place victory from the last 2 days, so we need to make sure that he does not take another prize home. Come on, racers, step it up.
Absolutely. Okay, wait, I think we got different. I'm either got the lineup wrong here. What's happening? Yeah, I do have the lineup wrong. Apologies for that.
Yeah, we're going to have Rake and Shidi win.
Yeah, A-firm.
Really, looks like everyone there at the convention's having a wonderful time. I do envy, you know, the convention life. We'll be having CitizenCon here in about a month and change for all the Star Citizen fans. That's our big yearly convention happening at the LA Convention Center in Los Angeles. So definitely looking forward to that. And hopefully, you know, maybe, fingers crossed, some of these new guys and new experiences of Star Citizen will, you know, start getting involved in the scene, and we'll see more of these faces more often.
Dude, I wish I could make it. I know you're going. You better be bringing your Stanton Cup trophies. I'm expecting pictures.
I'll try my best.
I want to see Luigi drinking from your trophy.
Absolutely. Poppy gets the first sip.
Definitely.
Love it.
Racers, please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, we all be starting in 10 seconds right at the beep. Good luck, racers.
Don't remember how Rake did yesterday. Shitty win then as showing up for the first time today. I'll have to see how this this pair up develops.
And there they go, across the start line. Rake obviously showing a little bit of experience here, keeping it low to the ground underneath the cranes, getting into the first checkpoint. Shitty having a little bit of trouble getting oriented, but that's probably just a little bit of the, you know, what do these axes do blues, which most of the new racers will have for a few minutes.
I suppose this is what happens if you're unfamiliar. We did see an early crash as well by Rake, so he is in the lead, but all over the place, so we'll have to see how this develops over time.
That's right, guys. Just try to pay attention to the gates, follow those arrows that are kind of, you know, swooshing in the direction you need to go, and just, you know, try to stay on the course and avoid crashing as much as you can. It is challenging.
Looks like Reich was reset before the finish line. He's
That's right, yeah. So he's kind of starting over again, but that's okay. He's not that far behind, if at all, right now.
Just underneath, but he drifts out. Coupled not slowing him down in time. Shidowan is going above the checkpoints, ducking down now, and actually then in the lead going through Nino's Alley. Crashes out though, so let's see where he resets.
Looks like he's generally in the right place, but we'll see what happens here.
Oh,
yeah,
he
he's
got
coming
placed
down Emerald
ahead.
Avenue now.
Yeah,
Yep.
he got placed ahead actually, so we've still got, is it Shidowan? I don't know, in the lead.
Looks like he's heading over to close contact now. He's got a checkpoint marker a little farther down the track, but that's okay. Meanwhile, Rake is going above the track limits, but I'm sure he's going to find his way back down and figure out where he needs to be. Now, Shitywin really using that roll to keep control there. And again, we've called this sort of airplane flying, even though this is a space game. But because it is atmospheric flying, a lot of those principles of aerodynamic flight still come into play. You're rolling into your turns, pitching up kind of like an airplane are perfectly valid strategies in Star Citizen.
Yeah, it feels like Shitywin has kind of found how to do this and getting more comfortable with the controls. Even if it means flying it a little bit more like an airplane. Really nice duck there underneath the checkpoint. And yeah, really, really very impressive to see how quickly he's getting accustomed to the controls.
These racers are starting to believe. Wonderful to see.
Bunch of crashes, one after the other for Shitywin there, and getting reset. We'll have to see where he gets put back on the track. Stalling out that Razor a little bit with the aggressive roll and pitch up. Getting a lot of aerodynamic braking, a lot of aerodynamic instability going through the turns.
Yeah, and later on in your racing career, you know, one of the first things you learn to do is pay attention to that TVI. And that little butterfly that's moving across the screen all the time, that is what shows your true direction of the ship and what produces what's called the angle of attack in air and flight.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Coming from Elite Dangerous, not having a TVI, I've gotten really comfortable with gauging based on feeling where I'm going. Then coming to Star Citizen and having a TVI has done so much for precision. And when you turn it off, it's like you're flying blind. It's really strange.
That is true, and honestly, I didn't know Elite didn't have a TVI, and that must have been awful.
It had space dust, and it gave you a clue as to where you were drifting, but, you know, it only does so much for, you know, precision through a checkpoint. But it does help, you know, when I turn it off in Star Citizen, it's like you kind of, you lean back on your default, what you're used to and comfortable with, and it helps. I think Shitywin, and with an interesting reset just before the start-finish, we'll leave it to our race director to call the win here.
Meanwhile, Rake is coming down close contact, getting ready for turn and burn. And if he gets there before Shitywin, this will be a victory for Rake. He's holding it together.
Yeah, it's
coming
come
along
down to fewer
last
crashes
bite.
for him.
That's right. Oh, keep it together, but can't pitch down in
sinking.
time.
He's still alive,
Still
though.
alive.
Keep
Lost
it
a gun.
alive
We
and
don't need
crawl.
those.
Yeah, crawl that thing across the finish and take that win. Just got to duck
right, get
underneath
under
that
the gate.
checkpoint. I think that Razor is significantly damaged. Oh,
might
he's
be, yeah.
sinking. Still alive,
It's
though.
all right. Still
One
alive.
checkpoint left. This is all or nothing for Rake. Just full
Going
blast
through
forward.
last bite.
Come on, you got
Keep
this,
it,
Rake.
keep it under control. And there
There's
it is.
the win for Rake.
Rake with the last struggle through last bite, getting through the finish line for the lap 2 win.
Oh,
Shitywin,
dude.
you have nothing to be ashamed of. You should be proud of your performance. It looked great out there. I'm glad. It was wonderful watching you learn the role and get it under control. Good
Yeah.
racing, guys, and we'll see you later.
That was really impressive. I honestly thought Shitywin had it for a long time there, but then in the end there was a lot of crashing, and Rake just gently took it across the finish line. That was really, really well done.
Congratulations, racers.
So for our next match, we've got Polar Polarity versus A Cat in a Box. A Cat in a Box was racing yesterday. I think this is a first one for Polar. And we'll have to see. I don't know anything about his experience with Star Citizen. He might be new to Diverse. We don't know. It'll be really interesting to see.
And again, massive shouts out to the British Army Esports for putting on this event at Insomnia. And of course, massive shouts out to Verpal for helping getting the setups together, these massive, wonderful sim pits that everyone's enjoying for the race. They look good, they play good. It's really just a wonder to behold today.
Yeah, it's really fun watching the primes. As a matter of fact, let's learn a little bit more about them. We'll be right back.
Verpal Controls presents way to conquer the universe. No matter how you fly, as a solo pilot or in a squad, a beginner or a fighter ace, it's time to update your cockpit. Complete flight immersion. All maneuvers are natural and intuitive. All ship controls right at your fingertips. Effortless and precise control input. No longer will you be lost amongst the infinite expanse of the universe. You are now the conqueror of the cosmos. Exploration, racing, dogfighting. The advantage will always be on your side. After experiencing the taste of victory, you will never want to fly any other way again. Meet the new Alpha Grip from Virpil Controls.
We've got our racers lined up then. A Cat in the Box is back for another day of racing. Simpit 1 on the left side of your screen, and we've got Polar Polarity in Simpit number 2.
Yep, and there we go. We're just working on getting the UI all set up for this, and we're ready to go.
Yes, the racers. Hello, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, racers will be starting at the beep in 10 seconds.
Good luck, folks.
That's our race underway then. Let's see how this one develops. And I understood Polar Polarity has been racing Star Citizen before, so we'll see if he can get the grips with
or
the
at least has
controls
played
easily.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. It looks like I admire these racers start because they both took it very, very slowly, smoothly, learning their controls. No crashes yet, amazingly. Polar going into Drifter's Paradise. This is where things start to get a little haywire, but he's keeping it under control, getting under the pipes. Cat in the Box using that yaw, trying to race it like a car, which honestly is not a bad strat for somebody just starting out in Star Citizen.
Yeah, this is a really interesting way of flying. I think Cat in the Box has analyzed what he did yesterday. He's really focusing on that pedal work and just using that left stick for forwards and backwards, and only there you see that little bit of roll. Actually intuitively using that vert up to get some of that drift canceled out. And just keep
and
that
these
racer.
racers are neck and neck right now, turning into Nino's Alley, going around to Emerald Avenue. Polar,
Oh, no.
I think, striking something there, but still keeping the ship intact. And Cat in the Box takes the first crash, but resetting in the correct place in Emerald Avenue.
Yeah, Polar Polarity then just with a little bit too much pitch up, hitting the top of the cranes and getting spun out of control. Oh no,
Polar,
what's
however,
happening?
getting
Cat
it
in the
back
box.
in. Cat looks like we're coming down, trying to get back on track on Emerald Avenue, and there we go. Now going in the right direction. So these racers are a little bit farther apart now, but with Polar having about a 5-second lead or so over Cat in the Box.
We've got an amazing crowd building. Good to see you all here enjoying Star Citizen Racing at Insomnia 07.
Now Cat in the Box pulling up to turn and burn. Getting ready to head down to last bite and finish up lap 1. Polar Polarity looks like might have gotten a little bit off track here, but is getting back in the groove.
Yeah, we jokingly
Coming on the last bite.
We jokingly said Cat litter yesterday, but he's in a clear lead now. If he can keep it together, it is tight. He's got Polar Polarity right on his tail.
That's right. Both these racers have finished their first lap now. And it looks like he's heading over to Drifter's Paradise. Both of them heading to Drifter's Paradise now.
Yeah.
A very, very close matchup. Very exciting to watch.
Yeah, in this case, what we're seeing with Catch in a Box, is he strikes the ground with his right wing and spins out, gets reset. Let's see where he reset. I think quite a ways back. Oh, that is painful for him.
Yeah, Polar Polarity, meanwhile, coming over to the pinch now. Looks like having some struggles with the ship. The ship might have taken damage. There's some definite, like, listing going on to the left side. So, I mean, you got to take it slow, keep it under control in order to keep it intact here, or it might be better off, yeah, just taking the reset.
Wow, okay, let's see where he gets reset. That's, looks like Drifters. Yeah, that's Drifters right there.
And Polar Polarity having to restart the lap, unfortunately.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Maybe this reset will be a little more generous.
I was gonna joke, man. Like, we're used to racing in the persistent universe. You know, you crash out, that's it, DNF, race is over. Here you get another go at least, even if it means you get set back half a lap.
That's right. Polar Polarity, meanwhile, looks like coming around, appears to be the pinch going into Nino's Alley, coming down to Emerald Avenue.
I'm giggling because all this resetting, you know, it makes it hard to keep track of where they are. All those holograms
It does,
look the same.
yeah.
Is this then Cat in a Box coming across the line? Yeah, it is. We've got a winner, Cat in a Box, coming across the line and taking the win. Good racing by both. And Cat in a Box is still just a Cat in a Box.
Congratulations, guys. Wonderful racing to watch. You guys have a lot to be proud of, keeping it together. Really, really solid performance.
I want to say we see a couple of comments, right? What's with these guys? Why are they, you know, spinning out of control like that? Gotta remember, there is a lot of different crowd at Insomnia. Being a gaming festival with many, many games, I think this is probably the first time we're really seeing Star Citizen at a convention like that. And so there's a good chance you're gonna see people in these sim pits that have never flown Star Citizen before, let alone raise a razor around the snake pit. So kudos to anybody that can make it around for a lap.
Yes, and I also heard that we are going to be out of the main screen with the crowd. So would like to say, everyone, thank you at Insomnia for watching us. And we'll be continuing live on stream. So if you want to check us out on your phone on Twitch, we'll be at Extreme Z Racing.
Absolutely. That's right. Thank you for that, Luigi. We're still going to be live, of course, and we appreciate everybody tuning in and checking this out. Stay tuned, of course, for a chance at winning that 100i. I'm seeing some familiar faces in the audience as well. So 07 and welcome back. I see a bunch of racers that were racing on day one as well. That's really cool to see. And just really good to see Insomnia just so alive and buzzing with many different gamers. It's awesome.
That's right. And kind of circling back to what Luigi and yourself were talking about earlier, you know, even if you're a pro gamer, like maybe you're a pro Twitch reaction, like Call of Duty or Fortnite or something, and you think you're really good at games, but like Star Citizen will humble you with how complex it is. Yeah. You know, especially with an unfamiliar control setup, especially at an unfamiliar place in an unfamiliar seat. Like there's a lot of factors here that really level the playing field. So it is, again, it takes a very, very special someone to be able to come into this raw and be able to pull out okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking.
Okay.
So we should be on round 7, right? At the moment. I think we're getting our sim pits mixed up, but that's okay.
Yes, we did. We have our very own ICR community member, Semper Prime, and our returning racer, Foggy.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Semper Prime. He was really excited to start racing already yesterday. Made it to Insomnia just a little bit too late to find a stage and get in there, but it gave him a really good opportunity to put in a lot of practice, and so he's ready to go. And I'm expecting a lot from him, and we'll see if he can just keep it cool, keep it together. Got to remember, there's a difference between practicing by yourself and showing the rest of the world how it's done. Foggy also getting a lot of practice in, and we'll see if he can keep his game phase on and keep it on track.
Yep, definitely. All right, racers, we'll be starting in 10 seconds. So I think we still got the crowd watching us as we're going off the screen. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, 07, everybody. Thank you for joining, and enjoy the show. Here we go. We're getting ready then. Let's see who can take it off the line fastest. I think it's actually Foggy with a really nice line, but he is flying towards the canyon. And in the meantime, Semper is running nicely on the side and approaching Drifters in just the right way.
Interestingly, Foggy boosted off the start line. That takes a
Wow.
lot of confidence at this stage in the racing. Semper, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was just agreeing with you. He rocked off the start finish so fast, and I was surprised, but it just sent him into the cliff, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, again, this is a track that can be very unforgiving at high speed, so sometimes it is better just to kind of keep your stability and focus on not hitting things. Semper really pushing it to the limit, going down Emerald Avenue, getting ready for close contact there. Look at that face. That is a face of
comfortable, dude.
concentration there.
I was just saying he looks
spoke too
comfortable, but
soon.
then he spins
We were
out of
icing
control.
him up.
All right, he's
That's all
got to
right, we'll get
reset
back under
himself, though.
control
What
here.
is happening? Major torque imbalance,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
mean-
He's got to get down there and reset. This is a chance for Foggy to get back in the game.
Yeah, taking. I mean, even though you're getting some ground, taking the speeds like that, remember, if you crash at a high speed, you're going to fly that much more out of control. Again, slow and steady here, guys. Foggy, meanwhile, going down Emerald Avenue, getting ready for close contact. Semper coming around last bite, getting ready for lap number 2, starting now. He has a clear lead over Foggy and definitely showing some experience here.
Yeah, this is not unexpected. A time of 1:21. You know, that tells you were commenting that One Enigma was putting down a lap time of 1 minute 05 yesterday. So, I mean, man, you know, I really want to see One Enigma do well if he can just keep his head in the game.
That's right. Yeah, and again, if he didn't take that nasty spill, we might have seen a sub 1 minute time from Semper Prime.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good
Semper,
point you
meanwhile,
make.
yeah, coming down Emerald Avenue, getting ready for turn and burn now, keeping it much more steady, a little slower speed this time, and just kind of yawing into that turn, rolling out of it, going down toward turn and burn, getting ready to wrap up lap number 2. Foggy's got a lot of work to do to catch up here. It looks like this game will go to Semper.
You know what I'm seeing with Semper, for everybody watching, keep an eye on that little chevron, the TVI. You can see there's a lot of motion there, a lot of adjustments, left, right, up, and down. That's him manually adjusting the thrust vector for the 6DOF. He is controlling that Razor, not coupled. You can really see all those micro adjustments. They're very important for sort of adjusting where you're going.
And Semper taking the W this time around, finishing up 2 laps. Foggy certainly putting on a good performance as expected, but not quite enough to keep up with Semper Prime, who's clearly had a little bit of practice on this track.
Yeah, in the meantime, as I was commenting on the 6DOF, the TVI usage there, we did see Semper then cross the finish line for the second time. He's on his 3rd lap already. So we have our winner, Semperify. Congratulations for winning your first match here at the British Army stage. Congratulations, and you'll be going up for your next round very soon.
Good job, racers. Wonderful to see both of you. It was a really exciting match to watch, actually.
Yeah, that was. I'm bummed for Foggy, I have to admit. He keeps coming back and getting better every single lap. So it's unfortunate with a single elimination tournament that there isn't a loser's bracket. You don't get a second go. But, you know, maybe we can do that in the future sometime.
That's right. And hopefully this is encouragement for the racers to, you know, they're seeing themselves grow here, even with these only just 3 days at Insomnia. But it just takes practice. Just get on the tracks and you will become the racer you want to be. You just got to put the time in.
Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely.
definitely. I would like to also say a quick announcement that Captain Astro had to leave and got also replaced by our very own second half couple of Jim Bob, Miss Victorious 420.
Excellent. That's good to hear.
A
So
rematch, a round 1 rematch.
Is that going to be a rematch? No, we've got Combat Carrot.
Yes, they're both, it's not a rematch, but they're both going to go forward. Right now we have the first half, which is Jim
Beautiful.
Bob going against Combat Carrot.
Gotcha.
And we appreciate Combat Carrick doing a little bit of practice because of the prosthetics. So we'll be starting pretty soon.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Really excited for that. And we got to remember, this is kind of going to be the first match for Jim Bob where he's going up against an opponent that will likely have similar speed. So it's going to be really interesting to see if he can keep his head in the game. He definitely had some advantage in his first round. So it'll be very cool to see how he does.
Right, and going back to, kind of circling back to the last match where you were talking about the TVI control. and how Semper was really getting the grip on that TVI going around the screen. I think for these guys, that is all left stick, correct?
Oh yeah,
Like that is the
100%.
translation, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
basically your left stick is what's moving the ship. Your right stick and your pedals, that is just your rotations. So if you think of it this way, left stick is translation, right stick is rotation along with your pedals. That's an easy way to remember what's actually moving your ship versus what's just turning your ship.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, they are flying couple, but that doesn't mean that you can't make manual adjustments. And that's what we're seeing a lot in these 3 days. We see that TVI kind of drifting and lagging behind where the crosshair is going. And that's because they're flying like an airplane. They're only applying forward thrust and sort of letting coupled lazily catch up to where you're trying to go. But Semper was doing it manually, and that's why you see that TVI so much more aggressive, so much more on the ball, as they would say with airplanes, you know, really proactively maneuvering the ship in the right place.
I think.
All right, racers, I'll take a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Looks like we've got a little maintenance going on in pit number 2. Okay.
Combat Carrot, can you hear me? Thumbs up. Thank you. Perfect.
I'm
Okay,
loving
racers
those
will be
jerseys,
starting
dude.
in 10 seconds.
Those Insomnia jerseys are really cool.
Indeed, yeah.
Pete, bring me one home, please. So rematch for, or a second attempt for Jim Bob. First time we're seeing Combat Carrot out. Let's see how they do. Ooh, Carrot really gently off the line.
That's good. Good start for these racers. Follow those arrows, guys, and let's get this going. Combat, following the track guides really studiously here and keeping things together, which might actually pay off big time if he keeps it going. Jim
Yeah,
Bob,
absolutely.
meanwhile, going a little bit faster, coming along Drifter's Paradise and getting ready to head into the pinch with a clear lead over Combat Carrot for the time being.
Yeah, definitely some manual lateral movement there as well for Jim Bob. He's flying at pancake mode, as we call it, really drifting through the Drifter's Paradise, and he's kind of like looking sideways out of the pit, you know, like drifting it like a race car around the track.
That's right. That means most of the steering right now you're seeing coming from the yaw pedals on the ground, which is no small feat for somebody who's never done that before. So it is working out for Jim Bob, though, coming down Emerald Avenue, getting ready to go to turn and burn, and coming through the second half of lap number 1.
Yeah, beautiful turn through close contact for Jim Bob there. He's definitely improved since race 1. No crashes yet. Really keeping the vertical movement to a minimum and flying it around on a very flat plane, which is so useful on the Snake Pit.
Yeah, especially for novice racers, you know. Getting the hang of pitching up and rapidly rolling your ship 180 degrees to be able to pitch up into every turn on this track is incredibly difficult. Meanwhile, Jim Bob finishing up lap 1, starting up lap 2, already on his way over to Drifter's Paradise. Combat Carrot struggling a bit, but again, you know, for a novice racer, looking pretty good out there.
You know what sucked? We saw Combat Carrot getting reset all the way back to the start line as well. So he had to give up all the ground he made by crashing out and sort of start over. It's going to be really hard for him at this point to, win it out against Jim Bob. Jim Bob can definitely settle back and just leisurely make his way around for the second time.
And you can see Jim Bob concentrating, really feeling it, getting the hang of racing and star assisting, starting to crank up the speed, 100 meters per second, 150. You know, we're going to see some very promising things later on with Jim Bob here. Meanwhile, Combat Carrot actually getting a nice TVI control coming along the bend here, going into what looks like Drifter's Paradise. Not bad at all, honestly. Like, as long as you can keep the ship under control, yeah, and see, you know, gentle movements, guys. Keep it slow, especially just starting off, because crashing is very costly on this course.
I'm feeling you though, Splan. It's so true. Whenever we see people take to these pits for the first time, it takes them about a lap and a half, and then you see this change, this click, as Jim Bob comes across the finish for the second time to win then his second race of the day. Congratulations. You are going to be going up for your third round very soon. That was a really good performance. But yeah, again, Splan,
Jim
I'm so
Bob,
impressed by how quickly these guys are learning.
Jim Bob looking absolutely wicked, drifting through last bite. Going on to win the race there was very, very impressive to watch. Combat Carrot, you have nothing to be ashamed of. That was a wonderful performance. Thank you very much for participating, and we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to also remind everyone by popular demand, we are still live at Insomnia on the big screen.
Nice.
So
No kidding. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. 07, thank you so much for joining us, for tuning in and enjoying the show. We're very happy to present these races for you today. If you're interested in doing this in your own time as well, you know, when you go home and you're flying Star Citizen, please check out racexgr.com, check out our website, or just join us directly. Our community can be reached via discord.gg/xgr. Or man, just Google XGR, you'll find us.
That's right. And for those just joining, my name's Splen. I got here a little bit late. I'm a racer in Star Citizen. The man with the better voice is Black Maze, one of the co-founders of XGR, helping put on the event. And of course, we have with the dulcet tones of Luigi, our race director, making sure everything is honky-dory here. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll be getting underway with the next race shortly.
Splen, you're too kind. We'll be right back. We've got our round 9 of the day lined up. We've got One Dark Enigma himself on the left and Victorious 420 making a revenge comeback in Simpit 2 for another attempt. And I'm just gonna say it. I think Pete, you better play nice here.
Yeah, I mean, Pete's had a lot of time to practice. Victoria, this is what, her second time on the tracks here at all. So, you know, take it slow. And again, you know, try to concentrate on what the sticks do. Your left stick moves the ship. Your right stick turns the ship. Keep that in mind. So your left stick's going to be doing most of the work.
And then we've got Victorious even changing sim pits. So really only once playing in one sim pit, and for the second time playing Star Citizen, being forced into the other. In the meantime, we've got One Dark Enigma sitting here casually, feeling like he's got this in the bag. Looking like a schmuck.
Tweeting on his phone. Come on, man.
all right, racers. Well, oh yeah, he's on our actual Twitch stream. He's trying to get that second prize. So yeah.
He says no boost. He's not going to use boost this race.
Excellent.
Okay, racers, we'll be starting in 10 seconds right after the beat. Thank you.
Good luck, racers. And our races are off for round 9 of the day. Let's see how they do.
Victoria is actually keeping it very much under control here.
Oh,
that
wow.
TVI, that's what we want to be watching here. Wonderful yawing going into Drifter's Paradise. Meanwhile, you could see the difference here. One screen turned 90 degrees, one screen still flat at 180. The difference between pitch and yaw turning. You know, you can see that. Go ahead.
I'm so impressed by Victorious here. What we can see is there's little pitch movement, but a lot of vertical strafing, using that left stick to stay on course and really using the 6-off capabilities of the spaceship. That's impressive.
Yeah, and like we've been saying, just try to keep it intact. You know, go as slow as you need to not crash, because that's so detrimental on this race. Both of these racers still not hitting anything, keeping things 100% right now. It's wonderful to see. Enigma coming down Emerald Avenue. Victoria getting ready to go over to the Nino's Alley, and then heading over to Emerald Avenue.
It's okay, dude. When you make a mistake with turn names, it makes me feel a little better. So please keep doing that.
Oh no, Enigma's spinning out. That's actually devastating. He has to get it under control and either crash the ship or get back on the track, giving Victorious a time to catch up here, coming around the close contact and getting ready for turn and burn.
Let's see where Pete reset. I think he got set back a little bit.
Looks like he's at close contact now, maybe coming down to turn and burn. turn?
No,
Yes,
no,
he's
this is
coming
his
down
final
burn,
turn.
getting ready.
Yeah.
Right, this is last fight. So he just finished turn to burn, going into lap number 2. Victoria's taking the first crash, time to get reoriented and figure out where we're at.
What I noticed with Victorious is there's a lot of brain fog still in terms of that vertical thrust. You know, you want to go up, you push down, and then it takes a second to correct for that. And I think we've all been there. We've all felt it. When we make those changes to our sticks, it takes so long for your brain to catch up. And even folks in chat are saying it. Victorious is progressing so quickly. It's really good to see.
That's right, yeah. I mean, just putting together these synapses, making these connections in your brain from these controls is incredibly difficult. Very, very challenging, especially, you know, with an unfamiliar control setup, unfamiliar track, unfamiliar game. There's a lot going on right now.
In the meantime, we've got One Dark Enigma with about 1/3 of a track left to go, drifting out, definitely still struggling with a little bit of that overspeed. And you know what surprises me for someone that's so comfortable with flying in Star Citizen? There isn't any boost usage.
I think that was intentional. He said he was not going to use boost going into this race.
You did say that. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, all right. We'll give him that.
And I think Victorious is finishing up lap number 1. Yeah, she's on lap number 2 now. That's wonderful. So obviously some incredible progress happening here. But
Yeah,
One Dark Enigma, you know, taking home the victory here as expected, you know, with a 1:08 lap for lap number 2. Very well done, even without boost. So
Very
we'll be
impressive.
seeing more. So thank you very much, racers. It was both wonderful to watch you. Victorious, you have a lot to be proud of. That was a wonderful showing, and we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, definitely a good performance by One Dark Enigma, regardless of the fact that he wasn't using any boost. And kudos for Victorious for making a comeback and giving it another attempt. First day playing Star Citizen, being on a snake pit with a Razor. I mean, XGR does racing classes, or, you know, like any kind of flight classes often. And we actually recommend that people don't bring something as fast as a Razor, because it is fast. It's really hard to control. For anybody familiar with, you know, airplanes, it's like instead of getting into a little Cessna, you go straight into a stunt plane. You don't do that. So kudos.
It's like taking a Ferrari for your driver's test. Like, it's not something you would do in this situation, but that's exactly what's happening with these racers.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to also say a big shout out to Nino, who's actually watching us in the comfort of his living room.
Oh, wow. Shout out to Nino and helping us design the snake pit and playing a crucial part in what it has meant for CIG to move forward with the snake pit and other racetracks like Yadar Valley. So good to see him, and of course part of the racetrack then being named after him. I was gonna say
Nino's
Neon.
Alley.
I was gonna say Neon now because of Eastland. Nino's Alley. Yeah. That's okay.
Like, I don't know why my brain is so dyslexic around that word, but yeah, Nino's Alley is named after Nino, helping put together the geometry on the course and making it what it is today. So again, big shout out to Nino. Hope you're enjoying the show, and we'll talk to you hopefully soon.
So
be
this
nice
is
to catch up.
This is round 10. Both racers have already raced before today. Reich in his first battle, winning out against Shiriwen, and a cat in a box doing the same against Polar Polarity. So 2 guys who know what it's like to win, going head to head. This is going to be an interesting one for our 10th round of the day.
All right,
This
racers,
should be a good one.
we'll be starting in 10 seconds.
Look at the steely faces of determination. Good luck, folks. There they go.
Very nice.
Rake actually pitching into the turns where Cat in a Box is taking it a little more gently here. Interesting to see Rake completely inverted here.
Yeah, Rake really nicely off the line, but then like you mentioned, that roll was interesting to see. Both racers making their way through drifters pretty much simultaneously. Let's see who gets a better exit. It looks like Cat in a Box just about in the lead, but who makes it to the checkpoint first? It's actually Reich. So next turn to the left here. Reich still in the lead, and Cat in a Box a little more gently making their way through.
And that's right, both racers on their way over to Nino's Alley right now. And it's interesting to see the two styles between these two players.
Reich dipping
Reich taking
down,
a
hitting the
spill there.
ground.
That's right. Cat in a Box, though, pulling out of Nino's Alley, heading over to Emerald Avenue, but these racers are still right on top of each other. It is truly anyone's game right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, but Rake running out of control, losing that wing.
Oh, no.
Things are not good right now.
Yeah, they were
Might
really
be worth
running
it just
neck
to
and
reset
neck.
or just take it slow.
Cat in a Box then now with a clear advantage over Reich. This means Cat in a Box, knowing this, can take it ever so much more gentle through the track, and Reich has to step up his game. Remember, racers, you have boost available. You can go faster.
Rake making the smart decision to reset the ship rather than trying to race with that broken wing. Definitely going to help him get back on track. Meanwhile, Cat in a Box going around last bite, starting up lap number 2. Again, we've got a clear advantage here, but it's still anyone's game. A lot
Really
can happen
interesting.
between now and another minute.
Really interesting to see then Cat in a Box still flying it like an airplane. Lots of rolling and using that positive G-force on the bottom of the ship to get back on track. But then that's what happens. He ends up dipping down, just saving it from the ground. And now in a really nice 90-degree right roll through drifters, but still looking a little shakenly.
That's right. Watch that little white butterfly moving across these racers' screen, because that's where the ship's gonna go. You watch that TVI. If that TVI is headed toward a wall, guess what? So is the ship. Keeping that TVI under control is essential to being able to keep your ship intact.
We jokingly say all the time that we're not really flying our spaceship, rather we're flying that TVI, and at some points you kind of disconnect, isn't it? You're just flying a little chevron around the screen.
Yeah, losing that TVI in your visual while you're racing is a terrifying experience, especially when you're going, 700 meters per second. So again, once you learn how to get that under control, it is an absolute game changer for, racers who want to go pro or even more.
Reich really struggling with his ship. He's missing some wings on the left side. You can see it on his left MFD. That little wing is missing on the left side, left rear of this ship, and it's causing a lot of instability. Again, sometimes you might just want to crash out your ship and get a repair, but we'll see how he does. Yeah, really struggling.
Cat in the Box looking like we got the cat in the bag here. Rounding the last corner of lap number 2 with a little bit of drift, but keeping the roll under control and just flopping across the start-finish line to take round 10. Congratulations, Cat in the Box.
Yeah, that was a really stellar performance. Cat in a Box. Now still a Cat in a Box and doing a really good job. I didn't know what to expect for this one. It was a close match.
Good to watch. Very good.
And shout out to the audience watching us.
Hi, guys.
Absolutely. Hi.
Hope you guys are enjoying Insomnia as much as we are, not even being there. This is wonderful to see you, wonderful to commentate.
We just
it looks
caught,
like we are...
Sorry, we just
We're
caught
on
a
the
glimpse
semifinals.
we caught a glimpse of Reich and Cat in a Box actually running into each other there and dropping a phone. Let's hope everyone's still friendly.
That's right. Crashing in the racing, crashing in real life. We've got all the excitement here for you guys tonight.
I was gonna say, even though we're running offline lobbies and racers can't merge, they're still finding plenty of things to crash into.
That's right.
Definitely. And Semper will be in SIP Pit 2.
I know what's going on right now. I don't blame him. We saw Semper in chat yesterday saying how much he favors Simpit 2. It's got the Cosmo cams set up on the Virpulse. They run a little smoother, and there's definitely some preference there in terms of what pit we're running into, or running with.
Now I have a very unique position to talk about this, because I've been using the standard cams in the Virpulse for years.
I don't get it,
I've
man.
recently switched to the Cosmos. Now wait, I have some things to say, because the standard cams do give you a lot of tightness and control. In an atmospheric flight, it actually works to your advantage pretty well. Now in 0G, not so much, and that's how I hurt myself. That's how I did injure my shoulder, was from having too tight springs and cams. But anyway, there are pros and cons to each. A lot of people swear by the Cosmos, and it does give you more throw in your sticks. But I liked the tight cams, and if I didn't have my shoulder injury, I would still be rocking them.
It doesn't give you more throw, though, as much as it's just resistance across the entire throw, right?
Well, no, the Cosmo cams give you more throw, because you can move that stick a little farther, right? A little faster, I should say. Whereas the tighter definitely do not. I mean, it obviously it's harder to move, and it keeps you closer to the center.
Yeah, and for context, we're talking about the resistance profile of the cams. So with the default ones, it is harder to push the stick, and with the Cosmos, it's easier. I always say, let your performance on the track speak for itself. And of course, having a world record racer here like Splend, he knows what's up. But yeah, I will say I am a big fan of the Cosmo Cams. Love how they feel because they are so light in your fingers. And yeah, just ergonomically, a big fan of them.
Okay, so we'll be starting in 10 seconds with Semper Prime, Semper 2 ready to take everything home, and Jim Bob ready to take everything to Miss Victorious. You ready for the beat? Thank you.
Whoever wins now is going to the finals.
This should be a good one. Good luck, racers.
Oh wow, interesting roll from Semper before even taking off. Wonder why that is the strategy.
We can see a little bit of pro instincts coming out of Semper there. You know, that is the early roll is popularly used with standing starts on this track rather than landing starts. Jim Bob, meanwhile, going into the turns with a yaw, but unfortunately crashing out after checkpoint number 2.
Yeah, we see some really nice control from Semper. He's doing all the rolling he needs to. There is some lateral strafing, which is causing him to go vertically up and down. If we're talking about, you know, the planet's gravity, if he can just keep it on rails, which he is doing really well right now as he's approaching close contact. I mean, he's definitely got this in the bag. Jim Bob, though, not slow by any means.
No, but unfortunately, Jim Bob had a nasty reset after that crash. It was before the start-finish line, so had to basically restart the lap. But coming along nice and smoothly, and Smooth and Steady can win this race still, Jim Bob. So he's coming along the pinch right now. Meanwhile, Semper Prime looks like we're going to be starting up lap number 2 just after the pinch here.
Oof,
Jim Bob taking a nasty crash again. Unfortunate. Semper Prime on lap number 2 looks like a clear favorite here, but again, anybody's game. Jim Bob getting a lucky restart here, starting up lap number 2. I think he was more than halfway through, so we'll count that. Both these racers on lap 2 now. Semper, meanwhile, coming along the pinch, a little bit slower than I expected here, actually going down to Nino's Alley and getting ready for Emerald Avenue.
I think there is a level of being comfortable with the lead you have and just making sure you don't end up crashing out. Remember, we don't know where the resets happen, so staying on track is more important than getting a really fast time when you've got all that advantage.
That's right, staying on the track and staying intact. You know, you don't want to have to reset if you don't need to, because it really can screw up where you're supposed to be.
Absolutely. We saw
Semper coming along, turn and burn, and he's going to wrap it up here.
We saw a first lap time of 1 minute and 4 seconds for him. And
wow,
one more
that
turn
is
for him to go.
blazing fast.
There you go.
Semper wrapping up lap number 2. And there we go.
Beautiful performance by Semper. Really, really well done. Have to admit, I was expecting him to take the lead and to win on this one. So yeah, I'm not too surprised. I expected to see him in the finals race for today, and that's exactly where he is going. He'll be going up against either One Dark Enigma or Cat in a Box. It's going to be very interesting to see who can take the lead.
Jim Bob, thank you for being here.
Yeah, I would like to say we're going to have a small break from Insomnia mainstream, and then we'll be back for the finals. So thank you to the crowd at Insomnia. Thank you.
We'll follow along. round 12 of the day sees one Dark Enigma going head-to-head with Cat in a Box, and one of these dudes is going to go on to the finals in our final battle of the day against Semper Prime. We've got 2 more races in store for you today, and I want to know, Splen, your money, where are you putting it?
Oh man, definitely 100% on Cat in a Box for this one. That's right, Enigma. Sorry, close your pockets. Because I want to see the upset here, because we know Enigma's definitely got some practice going on. You know, you got to root for the underdog in these situations. However, Enigma, we know you're going to put up a good fight, so this should be wonderful to watch. It's great to see these racers who have shown their skill actually making their ways to the final today. Really, really good to see. So I'm excited for this matchup.
So I'll counter that, of course, and say I'm cheering on for one Dark Enigma. I've got a good feeling about this. He's shown, even in the previous matches today, that he is being able to keep it out of the walls, out of the canyon floors, and on track, essentially, without crashing out. So if he can keep his head in the game this round as well, I think he stands a really good chance of taking the win.
All right, guys, get ready.
Just waiting for
It's
our
time to
race
race for your
director
lives.
to confirm.
All right,
then.
racers. Yep, Enigma was just sending a quick chat on the stream, and we'll start in 10 seconds.
The tension here.
I'll tell you, man, I want to see one of those sim pits in my living room or in my little computer room and start racing with those, because it really does put you in the cockpit with all that immersion. Really nice line from everybody. One Dark Enigma is not slowing down. He is using boost again through drifters and going hella fast.
That's right. A little bit of wildness there. You got to be careful. The snake pit's even punishing to the pro racers out there. So keeping it under control, even with the boost, is a struggle. Cat in a Box taking it slow and steady, not that far behind. Coming down to Nino's
One Dark
Avenue.
Enigma crashes out through the Emerald Avenue then, and where does he reset? No, he doesn't get reset anywhere back.
Yeah, he's in the right place. So Cat in a Box has this opportunity to catch up now, just getting over to Emerald Avenue. But One Dark Enigma whipping through turn and burn and just getting across the start-finish line for a very fast lap number 1.
Yeah,
heading
all out
into
of
lap
whack
number
there.
2 now, going into Drifter's Paradise.
Really
so Luigi,
out
we
of
do have
control
One Dark
through the
Enigma on lap
start-finish.
2. Oh, he's struggling to get back on track here. Cat in the Box has an opportunity to start catching up a little bit. Oh, it looks like Cat in the Box might have had a nasty reset. He's back on the pinch.
Gotta tell you, the
unfortunately.
performance from One Dark Enigma in this race is really on par with the fast-paced performance racing we see at XGR. This looks like one of the world record submissions, albeit, you know, a little bit out of whack still. There's a lot of aggression, but it's looking really fast. It's going to be a very interesting finals if Semper can bring it home, which he does.
Wow. Yeah, or even, well, yeah, One Dark Enigma coming across the line there. Might have had a little bit of help from a reset. Definitely not a 42-second lap by any means, but
No, absolutely.
you know,
Yeah,
clearly,
he crashed out early
very-
on and got reset back at Emerald Avenue, and I noticed, all right, he's definitely got a little bit of help there. But I think he had
Yeah.
it in the bag anyway, so, you know, really good performance by both of these guys.
Congratulations, One Dark Enigma. Cat in the Box, you showed up today. Wonderful to see you. So congratulations and good job.
We're going to have a really interesting final battle then with Semper Prime going head-to-head in... you know what's going to happen now? There's going to be a debate what Simpit Semper Prime is going to racing, because he has ceded to the left one, and technically he should be racing in the left one. He favors the right one, so we'll let our racers battle that out again amongst themselves and see where Semper Prime ends up, which pit he's in, which cams he gets, and whether he gets the handicap or not.
That's right. I have a feeling it's not going to matter that much. They're both going to adapt to whatever seat they get, and it's going to be a slugfest between these two racers.
Oh, dude, it's going to be so tight. I think it's time we do our giveaway. We've got a 100i lined up, of course, that we're giving away amongst the audience today. And that's one of the prizes XGR is giving away. The British Army as well is giving away some really exciting prizes to our winners. We've got a Mustang Alva and an Aurora. I don't know what version, but I do know they all come with a game package as well as LTI, so that's really good. We're spinning the wheel right
All right.
now.
Let's go. And I will take care of this again for you today. So I will be sending a private message to whoever, or whisper, I guess, on Twitch, to whoever is the victor here. But if I don't, or I can't, make sure you whisper me.
You're going to be
Let's see it.
sending a whisper to I-69 Security Guy. What a name. I love it. Congratulations on winning your 100i. It's got the Foundation Festival paint job.
All right, Security Guy, I'm going to try to find this name in chat
it's
somewhere. Oh,
it's
there it
I.
is. There it is. Okay.
You got it? Nice.
I found it. Yes, I did.
Congratulations. Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm going to do some typing here. So thank you.
You know, I have to admit, I don't even know what the Foundation Festival paint job looks like this year. It's a 2953 version edition. In the meantime, we were talking about the Virpil setup. Of course, racers are using the next level racing rigs today in combination with the Virpil Alpha Primes. They've got additional LEDs. They're full metal, and there are some really, really nice sticks. Splend, you and I both use the normal Primes. We love them. I would definitely consider full metal sticks. I'd love to feel how that feels, how different it is. But I love the look of them, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, durability is also key too. When you're talking about pro racers who beat, I mean, I'm on my second pair of sticks already. You know, I had the original first gen Constellations when they came out back in 2020. And I, over 2 years, over the course of 2 years, just ripped them to shreds. You know, half my next ones I think are like 7th or 8th gen. So having that sort of durability, especially if you plan on taking this pro, you know, it really makes a difference.
Can we get a stand up from I-69 Security Guy and get an 07? He's just saying in chat, he's actually in the crowd today with a security hat on. Yeah, I see him. He's right there. If someone could just give him a poke.
He was one of the racers.
Stand
that was,
up. No way.
Yeah, he raced earlier. I forget what his name was for racing.
Yeah, there we
And
go.
there he is standing up now.
He is.
Oh, that's too
Hey,
good.
how's it going?
So, no, but what name was he racing under then?
I forget.
Don't
I'll have
matter.
to check the
Anyway,
tournament bracket.
it's all good, man. Congratulations. 100i going your way. I want to know if you already play Star Citizen. I don't know if you're listening. You're probably not here in the stream anyway, but
They can hear us,
congratulations.
yeah. Yeah, very good. Enjoy your ship. Wonderful thing to have. Get
Yo,
your
it was
Star
Shitty Win.
Citizen.
Shitty Win.
Ah, okay. Shitty Win. That's the one. That's the one. All right, guys. We're going to be getting to the finals here shortly. We do have a little bit of time between then and now to get back on the big screen. So, Black Maze, man, how does this feel? This is just wonderful seeing 14 racers show up today and just lay it all down on the track here on the big screen at a live convention for the first time in Star Citizen history. What does this mean to you as one of the founders of Extreme G Racing?
You know, I feel like I haven't had a good chance to just let it sink in. This whole thing came together pretty late. It means a lot. It really does. I feel Star Citizen Racing was honestly nowhere to be found about 2 years ago. You know, another game that shall not be named didn't do so well. We moved over. We came to Star Citizen. We saw the blast that this game was, the potential with the flight model. We created a racing scene. We created racetracks. But then the most important thing that happened, the main ingredient, the primary ingredient that made this happen is everybody that enjoyed racing, everybody that showed up, like yourself, Splend, made this possible. Yes, CIG saw the racetracks we built, and you know, they saw how much fun everybody was having with this. They saw the potential, and yeah, it's still feeling pretty unreal. Then we had the British Army, of course, going to Insomnia. And it's, you know, our wildest dream is to host races physical on a stage somewhere with sim pits, with Virpil sticks, with all the gear, with all the crowd, the audience, the prizes, the cheering. And we're doing it. Yeah, if I let it sink in, it's special. It's really special.
Yep.
I don't know what else to
Yep.
say. I'm definitely out of words.
Definitely. I would like to say that we, as you can see with the crowd camera, everyone is watching us on their phone on stream as we're off from Insomnia, and then we'll get the race starting in about 60 seconds.
So are we back on the big screen?
We are off. We're off.
Are we done permanently or?
Yes. So we'll just
All
take
right,
a.
so let's just go to the finals then, and let's get this done.
One of my favorite parts, Splen, of this whole journey that we've been having is when you were on our radar, right? You were not racing XGR yet. And we, if we look at milestones and just how we measure ourselves, there's always something we're chasing. And this may not have been set between ourselves, but when Splen, the big guy, made it over to our races and had a bit of a learning curve, it was very special to us. And to watch you progress through the atmospheric races very quickly, and obviously making it to the top of the line of the leaderboards very quickly, that was very special to us. It's definitely one of those milestones that kind of, hammered home the idea that the people that really have racing at the core of their Star Citizen experience is just super important, super special.
It was a wonderful journey, and I'm very proud to have taken it with you guys. And honestly, I'm really excited right now, right here, to be watching this next generation and get exposed to the game and start learning who they are as up and coming racers.
Yeah,
so speaking of which, I think we are ready to go here for the finals. I think we need the name switched at the top of the screen, but I think we are ready to roll here.
I was gonna say, Splen,
Yes.
you need to be very, very careful that you don't end up washed up like the rest of us.
Yeah, you just want me to commentate more.
I'm just saying you're at risk, dude.
Yeah.
You talk about all these injuries. You talk about wanting to come on and commentating and doing a really fabulous job at it. And
Hey, man.
then now
The
you're
injuries
saying
are
now you're saying you're excited for the next generation. You got me worried.
Okay. Listen, I am excited because that means it's more people I get to wipe across the track with my own M50. All right, get
Nice.
ready, guys.
I
Final
love to hear
boss
it.
is waiting here for you.
Love to hear it.
All right, racers, welcome to the finals at Insomnia 71, provided to you by British Army Esports and XGR. Yep. And racers will be starting in 10 seconds.
So just
Good luck, guys.
Yeah,
Let it rip.
reconfirm. That was 3 laps for the audience. We had a bit of a technical thing there. So 3 laps for this final race.
Here we go.
Oh, look at that roll. Yeah, there's the roll.
Yeah, Enigma taking the 90-degree pitch to the right, getting ready for the first turn. Of course, the dangerous Drifter's Paradise, Semper neck and neck. These guys are literally on top of each other.
Yeah, it's, One Dark Enigma drifting wide though, but then Semper
Semper
crashing
hitting.
out, both with a struggle through Drifters.
As is standard with Drifter's Paradise, however, One Dark Enigma coming out on top, but kicking it too fast into the pinch and hitting the wall on the opposite side. Semper having the
keeps
opportunity to
doing
catch
that.
up. And that's right. And it looks Semper got really far behind. It might be better just to skip the wall and go back to the start finish, but he's going around to the pinch and restarting the lap. One Dark Enigma looks like also in a pretty bad spot. These guys really got reset poorly in the pinch.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
basically, we're basically restarting lap 1 for both of these guys. So here we go. Attempt number 2. Let's get this race started. Come on.
Another Drifter's Paradise, this time Semper Prime getting it through there very cleanly. And yeah, One Dark Enigma, he's got some catching up to do. Let's see if he can.
Keep it together, guys. Don't get reset again. Remember, it's better to keep your ship intact. Semper
What
Prime
worries me-
going into Emerald Avenue, and One
Oh,
Dark Enigma
no.
spinning out again.
I'm seeing
No.
all these full
Oh, he got
boost
a bad
meters.
reset again.
All these full boost
Yeah,
meters
use that
are,
boot well. You got to be careful not to touch the sticks if you're boosting if you want to slow down. It is an acquired skill. Semper Prime really letting it rip now, going around turn and burn, getting ready to head up to the last bite and wrap up lap number 1. Meanwhile, Dark Enigma having to restart again.
Oh
and
no!
he hits.
Another strange
Oh,
reset there as he
no.
hits the check mark or the checkpoint there. Really good performance from Semper Prime then as he gets his head in the game and cleanly through his first lap. It was a long one with 1 minute and 38 seconds, but yeah, there is a lot of work to be done for One Dark Enigma. Remember, this is
Yes,
a 3-lap
there is.
race, so this is not yet the final lap. Looks like we've given One Dark Enigma his first lap as well, so that puts them back on the same lap. They're both on lap 2 now, but another crash for One Dark Enigma.
Yeah, Semper Prime keeping it under control. Ooh, Enigma really struggling here. But Semper Prime definitely has his head in the game. He's taking it nice and slow, heading down about midway through lap number 2, going down Emerald Avenue to close contact.
Yeah, very smooth from Semper Prime with those 90-degree rolls. Little bit of a casual roll through close contact. Now through turn and burn. Drifting a little high. Is he going to hit? No, he gets through cleanly. And he's on his way, final stretch then, toward the 3rd lap of the race.
That's right, and we're seeing that expert TVI control from Semper Prime once again, demonstrating that keeping that TVI where you can see it close to your crosshairs keeps you on the right track. One Dark Enigma might not have had that sort of like grasp on that aspect of the game yet, but Semper Prime hitting the top, ending up resetting. Where is he at? Oh, it looks like he's in the correct place, going through Drifters again, so that's good. He didn't get reset too badly, heading to the pinch down lap number 3. And One Dark Enigma getting into lap number 2. That's right, so he's
also on lap 3. Yeah, they're both on lap 3 now.
All right, so both on lap 3. Here we go. Semper going through Nino's Alley. And we've got One Dark Enigma trying to get through Drifter's Paradise, heading over to the pinch now. With that hard turn there, but missing the checkpoint a little bit too early, going a left turn into the pole. Semper, meanwhile, going across close contact, getting ready to do turn and burn.
Was very pleased to see Semper Prime then making his way to Insomnia as well. He obviously decided quite late to show up. He didn't make it yesterday, but he has definitely got an amazing strategy for the races today as he comes across the finish line for the 3rd time and winning the 3rd tournament, the last day here at Insomnia, and winning himself that beautiful, I believe it's the Mustang Alpha with a game package and LTI. What a performance by both racers. Kudos, and I'm so pleased to see Semper win.
Congratulations, Semper. One Dark, man, we got to talk to you after the show. What happened there? Oh, man. Yeah, just really hard to do, huh?
We can make that happen right now. We've got One Dark Enigma and Simpit 1. One Dark Enigma, congratulations first of all on 3 amazing days at Insomnia. You're representing, of course, the whole Star Citizen project here. You've got a whole bunch of people with you that made this work across these 3 days. So just congratulations on that first of all. Thank you for including XGR in this project, in this endeavor. It's been absolutely amazing, and congratulations on your 2nd place.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so tell us what happened, man.
Inexperience, perhaps. Just a bit too much passion. They want to go fast. But I've been watching him the last 24 hours, and he puts in some impressive times. So, and then obviously when you get into it, you just want to thrust, man. And yeah, a lack of inexperience. But I'll be back for I-72, no doubt. Let's go. Absolutely. We'll be excited to be watching for you. So all right, man. Good showing today.
You mentioned, of course, when you were battling Victorious, you said, you know what, I won't use any boost. But then I watch you in these other races. Where's all that boost usage?
Into the floor, mainly.
All right, man. Congratulations, and thank you again so much. Huge kudos for you and all of the team behind you as well.
And to you and your team. Couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you.
Let's check in with our champion then of the day. Congratulations, Semper Prime. You showed up late and you showed how it's done. How do you feel?
Oh man, no, it's really good. That last race final, my muscle memory just all like when we started. As soon as we started, I don't know, it's just like the pressure and nerves or what. Got excited. I just forgot how to fly for a minute.
I just want to ask you, what
gradually came back.
What are your experiences with racing in Star Citizen prior?
So, I'm all right on keyboard and mouse. I've not done much when it comes to ship flying. I've done a little bit of the ground racing with Atmo, but yeah, not this kind of thing. And I hadn't used sticks before yesterday, so
wow,
it's been
really. This is only your 2nd day using sticks.
It is, yes.
That is impressive. Wow, you've got a lot to be proud of. That is wonderful to see you just pick this up so quickly and just rip it like that. Well done.
Yeah, absolutely impressive performance. I was watching you practice, Semper, and it was really nice to see. You showed up again. You showed up late. You showed who's boss, and it's nice to see. Are you planning to do some more racing then when you get home? Are you going to do some ship racing?
Yeah, absolutely. Looking to get involved. Yeah.
What did you say to me, or what did you say in our Discord chat yesterday? I'm gonna have to get some.
Yes, of Verbals. Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
Yeah,
They
that's
are
awesome.
the
Not it right
best.
now, but
How are you
we'll see.
enjoying the Verpals?
I really like them. I'm still having some, issues transferring over from the keyboard and mouse, but I've really been waiting for like the flight model changes are coming and 320 and stuff. So hopefully getting
Foggy.
yeah, hopefully 320 goes live, and yeah, I'll get back into learning this. I didn't want to really get fully into it with keyboard and mouse, knowing I want to change the sticks. So they get me some sticks soon, and then
Awesome.
we'll see how it goes.
All right, man.
Wonderful to see.
Congratulations again.
Mentioned about the my preference for this input is actually because like the keybinds are slightly different. Like I think I would prefer the stiffer sticks.
Interesting.
Oh, you hear that, Blackley? He prefers the stiffer ones.
What does
I'm
he
gonna
know?
I'm gonna have to try.
That's right. Yeah, me
It's
too.
not like
man.
he just won
Me
a
too.
tournament.
Yeah. Hey, Semper, congratulations. Wonderful to see you come out here and just like, wow, you really took command, and it was awesome watching you climb all the way to the top like that so quickly. Great job.
Congratulations. Yeah, that was a stellar performance. I want to thank you again, Splen, for showing up today. You were brilliant. Thank you so much. And Louis as well. Again, all the other folks at the British Army.
No, thanks.
Let's take another look at those beautiful Verpal sticks. And yeah, if you're looking to pick some up, of course, just Google Verpal. If you're looking to do more racing, you can always join XGR. Just Google XGR and you'll find us. We're an open community. Everybody is more than welcome to come join us and enjoy Star Citizen for what it was meant for, racing.